Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Bob here. Thanks so much for stopping by. So got a pretty cool one for you guys today. The watch is from the brand new company and they're using a material that a lot of us aren't normally maybe fans of when it comes to watches. I think they've done it in a really cool way here though. The watch is the Rothrock from Ardor and Forge, and they are incorporating wood into some of the components of the watch, and I think it just goes really good with this particular design. So let's get in for a closer look at the watch. Alright, so the Rothrock comes out in 4 versions, all named after areas of the Rothrock State Forest in Pennsylvania. This one being the Detweiler, named after the Detweiler Run Natural Area. There's also plans to add a 5th model, which we'll talk about here in a minute. One thing I'd like to mention too is the fact that Ardor and Forge are supporting conservation efforts in the Rothrock State Forest, as well as other areas in Pennsylvania. They are donating members of the Friends of Rothrock State Forest and PA Parks and Forest Foundation, and a portion of their sales will be going to those causes, which is great of them to do. So one of the standout things that's happening here is the incorporation of wood in their designs. The crown has an oak inlay, the rehaut is oak, as well as the rotor, which you can see here through the display case back. I think it's pretty cool, especially with the outdoorsy design. Ardor and Forge has gotten some feedback, though, from some people wanting a version without the oak. So that's where the 5th model comes in. That's going to be coming here soon. I'm not sure what the colorway will look like, but it's on the way. Size-wise, the watch comes in at a width of 42 millimeters. Lug to lug is just over 50 millimeters. I think it was 50.1. The lug opening is 22 millimeters, and the thickness is right at 12 millimeters. The water resist is 100 meters, and the watch is running the NH35 movement. The crystal, both front and back, are sapphire. The dial, even with the orange lume versus the more typical white on the handset, is very easy to read at a quick look. Very legible layout with the hour markers and large numerals. I'll pop in a macro shot here and check out the handset just before where the lume starts. A pretty interesting look and a nice little detail. The lume is pretty good here, although the handset is definitely not as bright with the orange lume that they're using. I'm not sure how well it shows up, but the logo is also lumed. This is a prototype, so possible the handset gets a little heavier application, but not 100% sure on that. The case has a textured PVD coating, which works great with the overall design. Gives it a rugged look, especially the way they did the cog style bezel. It's more than just a rugged looking watch though, it is very robust. I wore it all last weekend at the cottage and it felt right at home doing outdoor activities there. And maybe I shouldn't mention this since this is a loaner, but I was also working on a bathroom renovation and it held up just fine. The only negative for me was the way the crown guards are machined. Not much of the crown is exposed on the bottom of the crown guards. It's still a large enough crown that it's quite easy to grip and unscrew and screw back in, but I thought it was worth a mention. By no means a deal breaker. The strap, like the watch itself, is very well made. The canvas goes great with this style of watch. I really like how they've done this crossed over style leather keeper. We have nice solid hardware matching that PVD coating of the case, and just a really nice look for the watch. On wrist, the watch wears comfortably, especially with the 4 o'clock crown placement. The slight curvature of the lugs seats it well on wrist. And one thing I forgot to mention is the lugs are drilled for easy strap changes. Pretty cool option for the outdoor enthusiasts out there. So these are currently available for pre-order starting at $350 US. There's also some add-on options for different straps. I'll leave a link below where you can check that out. So that's it, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. Lots of watch content coming up on the channel. Thanks so much, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.